Mapleshade, she's coming around. She's gonna manipulate you right into the ground. Watch out for your kid, she's so coming to town. You should know how this goes by now. Swearing is my main method of communication, so if that twists your feetsies and knots, then just get the fuck out. I recently finished Crooked Star's Promise, and while I was expecting it to be very good considering how much I'd heard about it, it was even better than I expected it to be. The extremely dark and heavy themes of a family gone fucked is continuing to ring truer and truer with readers as the world divorce rates increase. Now before I go any further, no, I'm not going to get too deep into that, because if you really want to be depressed about the state of the world, then just go read YouTube comments on any Donald Trump video. Fucking these people! They're almost as awful as Ashfur.
What do I think about Ashfur? Well, let me briefly summarize it for you.
Anyway, all I heard about from this book was a constant stream of Mapleshade's amazing, or Mapleshade's the best villain in Warriors, or even the only reason to read Crooked Star's Promise is for Mapleshade. That's like saying the only reason to live is to see Ashfur die.
What do I think about Ashfur? Let me summarize that for you.
And while she was a cool character, I don't see why she's such a big fucking deal. Let me preface this by saying I've not read her novella, or Omen the Stars, which I believe uses her frequently from what I've heard from people.
Oh.
But the point still stands. If she was just a moderately interesting villain in a one-off super edition, why does she get all this special treatment and special attention? Why is there so much focus on her? It's not like she's the first manipulative character that we've seen. The honor definitely goes to Tiger Star, and to a lesser extent, Broken Star. She doesn't have the biggest body count, that still goes to Broken Star when you consider that Mapleshade only directly killed her estranged mate. She's not the most clever of villains, that would be Soul considering they fooled all of the clans rather than just one broken and insecure kid. So why does she get all the hype? Let's look at some reasons why this could possibly be. Number 1. She's a manipulative character, and they're always interesting to read about. Manipulative characters from the beginning of literature have always been incredibly interesting. Machiavellian scheming is so fucking rad, dude. It's so cool. Hell, Iago from Othello may be one of the most influential villains of all time, period. Number 2. She's in one of the best books in the entirety of Warriors. Seriously. I think Crooked Star's Promise is fucking Blue Star's Prophecy levels of good. It's so fucking solid. And number 3, it could be that she's a total fucking badass female villain, and there really aren't main female villains in the series when you think about it. Hold on, I need to get another beer. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Anyway, the whole Mapleshade being the only true female antagonist, I think that may be the real impetus behind her push into importance. When there was a greater focus on the machinations of the Dark Forest, the Iron Hunters probably realized that it was a pretty male-heavy place. The addition of Mapleshade as an evil as fuck female is a good balance to the different characters that are there. It helps shows that these people are here aren't just here because they're bad, they're here because they're the fucking worst people possible. Well, cats, you know what I mean. So this begs the question, if she's only important because she's a character we haven't really seen before, then why aren't there more female villains? Now before all the dumb fucks out there jump on me claiming I'm sexist or something, let me just say, yes, I am sexist. Sex is terrible, I have a great aversion to it. Hashtag down with sex, hashtag androgyny power.
Okay. Let's...
Anyway, the point still stands, why aren't there female villains? It could be simply because they're not typically seen in literature as a whole. This is not to say that there are no female villains, because that would be farcical. That sounded like fartsicle. Not sure why that amused me so much when I wrote this script. I literally wrote that in the script and I don't know why. Anyway, as a whole, in literature, the only times we really commonly see female villains, or female antagonists to be accurate, are when there are stories that are heavily female focused. You don't usually see female villains in male stories, you don't usually see male villains in... Actually, that's not true. I literally just wrote this in the script, but now I'm thinking about it as I say it. You do see a lot of male villains in female focused stories, and you do see a lot of male villains in male focused stories, but you don't see a lot of female villains in male focused stories. What the fuck is... I'm like blowing my own mind right now. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Huh!
Anyway, while Warriors has never been a series that stays within the boundaries of a kid's series, it still's never really pushed for things that are outside the norm for literature as a whole. Moral ambiguity is not very common. Protagonists are not problematic. You know, you see what I mean? We have this series that we praise as being explorative and, you know, to not use a terrible word, but I'm absolutely going to use it. It's a series that's edgy, not for the sake of being edgy or graphic or just being gratuitous. It's edgy for the sake of treating its readers with respect and showing that this world is fucking rough, and that's a great thing about it. But still, there's not as much moral grayness and ambiguity as there should be.
Maybe I'll read a book that he isn't even in. You can't keep it. Fuck! All the real books. Maybe it won't be on the ebook.
Now, we've kind of dabbled into this in the series several times, but it really hasn't been explored as well as it could be. For as much as the series pushes the boundaries for the graphic content in it, it's rather tame when it comes to the variety of characters. Hopefully this changes and we see more wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
It was all just a dream. Why? I've got you now. I've got you. This is the non-glamorous side of fucking Warriors video making that they don't show you about washing ketchup off your fucking hand. Yeah, real smart, Tom. That was a fun video, wasn't it?